So as you know, yesterday I have completed till exercise number 7. Now question number 8 is with numerical type, which is based on rate of percolation. So you know, rate of percolation equal to amount of substance percolated per unit time, that is the rate of percolation. On that basis only one numerical they have given. This is the numerical. Rajia conducted an experiment in the field of related to the rate of percolation. She observed that it took 40 minutes for 200 milliliter of water to percolate through the soil sample. Calculate rate of percolation. So what you have to calculate? Rate of percolation. So just see, in this question, time taken for percolation equal to 40 minutes. It is clearly mentioned there. And amount percolated, amount of water percolated. Here you can write amount of water percolated. So rate of percolation equal to rate of percolation. Rate of percolation equal to amount percolated divided by time taken. This is the formula. Amount percolated in milliliter and time taken for percolation, that is in minute. So just try to understand here, this is equal to amount 200 milliliter percolated in 40 minutes. So 41 ja 45 ja. So what is the answer? 5 milliliter per minute. 5 milliliter per minute. There is a shortage of space. Please manage it. What is this one? 5. 41 ja 40. 45 ja 200. So 5 milliliter per minute. That is the answer. Don't worry. Same question I will show you in extra marks also. So no need to worry. But remember, in this unit one numerical is given and this numerical should be solved. This numerical should be solved in this way. So I am hoping that you understood. Just you put the things which are given in the percolation rate formula. Answer automatically you will get. Now let us move to the question number 9 and 10. So dear cadets, question number 8 is solved in this way. So I don't have problems. Even if you want to solve in this way, I don't have any problem. Either you solve in this way or the previous one method which I have told. Almost both are similar only. Now let us move to the question number 9. 9 question is explain how soil pollution and soil erosion could be prevented. So ways of preventing soil pollution are as follows. So just see, it is very easy. You understand that the soil polluted because of the excess use of insecticide and pesticide. So the first one is we should minimize the use of insecticide, pesticide and fertilizers. Then only soil pollution can be prevented. Now just see, the biggest pollutant of soil is nowadays polythene. So banning the use of polythene. Polythene should be banned. Now chemicals and other waste products of industry should be treated before releasing them into soil or water. Just see, due to fast industrialization, there are so many industries in our premises, in our city, in our locality, in our state, in our country. Then what is there? They discharge their chemical waste directly to the soil or water bodies. So because of that also soil is getting polluted. So before discharging these directly to the water bodies or soil, they should be treated so that the harmful substances can be separated before mixing them into soil or water. Now next one is abandoning the practice of defecation in open. So we should not defecate in open. That is also one of the way of polluting the soil. So if we stop all these practices, then our soil could be prevented from pollution. Next way is ways of preventing soil erosion are as follows. How can we prevent the soil erosion? So number one, plant more and more trees. If trees are planted more in number, then soil can be conserved. It won't be eroded. You know that in the plant, what is there? Roots are there, and those roots bind the soil particle. That is why soil erosion cannot be occurred. Even if wind speed is more or stream of water is fast, then also it can be stopped. Another one is putting check on deforestation. Means deforestation should be banned. Means forest cover should be proper. Forest cover should be increased. Plants should not be cut. Next one is protecting and expanding forest cover. So greenery should be improved. Then only soil erosion can be prevented. So now in this way question number 9 is also over. Next one is solve the following crossword puzzle with the clue given. So just see in crossword puzzle what is there. Clue is already given. On the basis of those clues you have to fill the crossword puzzle. Just see, this is left to right and these columns are top to bottom. So just see, across means left to right. Plantation prevents it. What does plantation prevent? Plantation prevents soil erosion. Don't worry, I will fill this one. You should be banned to avoid soil pollution. What should be banned to prevent the soil pollution? Polythene. Type of soil used for making pottery. What is that one? Clay soil is basically used for making pottery. Living organism in the soil. There are so many organisms which are living in the soil, but according to the number of boxes given in the crossword puzzle, we should select the microorganism. Definitely it will be earthworm. Now down. In desert, soil erosion occur through high wind speed. Wind speed is only responsible for the desert soil erosion. Clay and loam are suitable for cereals like. Now we'll see the number of boxes and accordingly we'll fill. This type of soil can be hold very little water. Sandy soil is only holding little bit water. Collective name for layers of soil. Soil profile. Soil profile. Just see the correct answer. So just see this one. Erosion. Erosion. Next one is down, wind. Here what is there? Sandy. That is the fourth one. Now third one is wheat. Now fifth one is polythene and soil profile. It is profile. Then sixth one, that is across, clay, and seventh one is earthworm. So in this way you can fill the crossword puzzle also. Dear cadets, so in this way I have finished chapter number 9, that is soil. Almost all aspects of soil we have covered and I am hoping that you have got. Now this is the time to move to the chapter number 10, that is respiration in organism. So just see, in organism what is there? We are also organism, and small animals they are also organism. So organism means here we will study the respiration process in human being and as well as some small animals. So just try to understand. You understand the meaning of the respiration. What is the meaning of respiration? Respiration. Don't think that respiration means taking in air and giving out air. That is respiration. No, that is breathing. Means taking in air and giving out air. That is breathing. Respiration means taking in air and breaking down of food and release of energy which is stored in the food. That is respiration. So actually respiration is a chemical process. In respiration we are taking in air is not only included. Breaking down of food, digestion of food. After digesting the food, what is there? Food is some energy stored in the food particle. So when oxygen is going inside the body, so whatever carbohydrate and glucose is present in our body, they get broken in presence of oxygen and they release energy. And because of that energy I am teaching, because of that energy we are performing all aspects of our daily life. So when we breathe in air, then only oxygen will go, na? So respiration means not only taking in oxygen and giving out air. So we'll discuss respiration, and under respiration what is there? Two things we will study: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. So here aerobic, here write anaerobic, anaerobic. Aerobic means in presence of air, in presence of oxygen. Anaerobic means in absence of air or absence of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration. Now in this chapter only we will study the breathing. Breathing means taking in and giving out air. So here taking in air, that is inhalation. Giving out air, that is exhalation. And how breathing takes place, that is mechanism. So we will study here mechanism also. Mechanism is also equally important. What are the body parts which involve in the breathing? So basically what is there? Ribs, diaphragm, these are the important parts which are involved in the breathing. So basically breathing process we will study in the human being. Other than this one, the modes of respiration in other organisms. I already told you we will not study in this chapter only the breathing process in human being. We will study the breathing process in some small animals also, like cockroach, earthworm, aquatic animals like fishes, plants. In plants also respiration is there. Don't think that plants are not doing the respiration. When plants do the respiration, so what they are doing? They are also taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. So this respiration process they do in night time. Daytime they are doing the photosynthesis process. Because for the photosynthesis what is required? Sunlight is required. Okay, so sunlight they are getting in daytime, so photosynthesis they are doing and they are releasing the oxygen gas. But in night time they also do the respiration process. In respiration process what they do, as we are doing, they are also taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. And similarly some other organism like cockroach, earthworm, aquatic animal like fishes. In fishes what is there? Gills is there near their neck, and with that gills they are absorbing the oxygen, they are utilizing the oxygen which is present in the water. You know in water 5% oxygen is dissolved, is present, and aquatic animals they are utilizing that oxygen only, that is why they survive. Cockroaches, they are the special animals. Now their breathing process is different. We'll explain with the help of diagram. Earthworm respiratory organ is skin. Just you see the earthworm skin is always slippery only. Always slippery. So with the help of, and if their outer skin is very thin, and that thin skin is only respiratory organ. Because of that thin skin, they absorb the oxygen or air which is present in the atmosphere and give out carbon dioxide which is produced in their body. Remember, if skin is very thick, then this permutation, what you can say, exchange of gases is not possible. Are you getting my point or not? So these are the things we will study here. Now just see, plants I have already explained, cockroaches in detail study we will do separately as far as these things are concerned. So the mind map of this chapter I have explained to you. So in this way, dear cadets, I have completed the NCERT exercise of chapter number 9, and in brief, I have explained you the chapter number 10 also. Tomorrow onwards, now I will give you the detailed study of cellular respiration and all those things. Today I am not giving you any question because already NCERT exercises you have noted down. So write down that one, and after completion just send to me. And again I am reminding you that Google classes are also on almost. So you can now, rather than sending to my WhatsApp number, you can submit your homework to me through those interactive channels so that I can verify them properly. So in this way, today's video is almost finished. Thank you very much.